If you're using ChatGPT but still getting generic answers, you're probably missing the features that actually matter. Most people ask basic questions and wonder why they don't get breakthrough results. I was doing this wrong for months until I learned there are specific techniques that completely change how ChatGPT responds, and most users have no idea they exist. Welcome back to bitbiased.ai, where we do the research so you don't have to. Your one click on the hype button will make a great difference for us.
So in this video, I'm going to show you 11 game-changing techniques that will take your ChatGPT skills from casual user to absolute power user. We're talking about hidden features, advanced prompting strategies, and productivity hacks that most people don't even know exist. By the end of this video, you'll know how to make ChatGPT remember your preferences, connect to your favorite apps, work autonomously on complex tasks, and even create specialized AI assistants tailored to your specific needs. Let's start with the foundation that changes everything. And this first tip alone will make every future interaction with ChatGPT dramatically better. Tip 1. Customize ChatGPT with profile and instructions. Here's the thing that separates casual ChatGPT users from power users: customization. Most people jump straight into asking questions without ever setting up their AI assistant properly. It's like hiring a new employee, but never giving them an onboarding session about who you are or how you work. The custom instructions feature is your secret weapon here, and it's available to everyone, free and paid users alike. Think of this as programming ChatGPT's personality and context for every single conversation you'll ever have. You're essentially creating a persistent memory of who you are, what you do, and how you want ChatGPT to respond. Here's how this works in practice. Instead of starting every conversation with, "I'm a software developer working on machine learning projects," you set that context once in custom instructions. You can specify your role, your common tasks, your preferred communication style, even your technical background level. For AI enthusiasts like us, this might include details about your programming languages, your areas of interest, whether you prefer detailed technical explanations or high-level overviews. But here's where it gets really powerful. You can also set response preferences. Maybe you want ChatGPT to always include code examples, or to explain concepts using analogies, or to be more conversational versus formal. Once you set these instructions, every new chat automatically starts with ChatGPT, already knowing your preferences and background. I've seen people save hours per week just from this one setup step, because they're no longer re-explaining context or correcting tone in every conversation. The AI immediately understands your technical level and responds accordingly. It's like the difference between talking to a stranger versus talking to a colleague who already knows your background and working style. Tip 2. Safeguard privacy and use incognito mode. Now that you're customizing ChatGPT, let's talk about something crucial that many AI enthusiasts overlook: data privacy and control. When you're working with sensitive code, proprietary algorithms, or confidential business ideas, you need to understand exactly how your data is being handled. ChatGPT offers several privacy controls that can completely change how your data is managed. The most important one is the ability to disable chat history entirely. When you turn off chat history, your conversations aren't used to train OpenAI's models, and they're automatically deleted after 30 days. Think of it as an incognito mode for AI conversations. This becomes particularly valuable when you're discussing proprietary machine learning techniques, debugging sensitive code, or brainstorming breakthrough ideas that you're not ready to share with the world. You can toggle this on and off per conversation, so you maintain privacy when you need it while still benefiting from ChatGPT's learning in your general conversations. But here's a pro tip that most people miss. You can also export your chat history if you want to keep your own records. This gives you the best of both worlds. You control your data locally while ensuring OpenAI doesn't retain sensitive information beyond your comfort level. For enterprise users, there are even more granular controls available, including the ability to opt out of model training at the account level. The key insight here is that you're in complete control of your data. You just need to actively use these features rather than accepting the defaults. Tip 3. Connect your apps and data. Here's where Chatgpt starts feeling like science fiction. It can actually connect to and interact with your other tools and data sources. We're not just talking about a chatbot anymore. We're talking about a central hub that can access your Google Drive, Gmail, Calendar, GitHub repositories, and dozens of other services. The Connectors feature transforms Chatgpt from an isolated AI into an integrated part of your workflow. Imagine asking, summarize the latest emails about the machine learning project and check if I have any related meetings this week. Chatgpt can actually read your emails, search your calendar, and give you a comprehensive briefing without you switching between apps. For AI developers and researchers, this becomes incredibly powerful. You can connect your GitHub repositories and ask Chatgpt to analyze recent commits, explain code changes, or even help debug issues by examining your actual code base. Connect your Google Drive, and it can analyze research papers you've saved, cross-reference different documents, or help organize your knowledge base. But wait, there's more. Chatgpt can also take actions, not just read data. With your permission, it can schedule meetings, draft email responses, update spreadsheets, or even create new documents. It always asks for confirmation before taking any action that could have real-world effects, so you maintain control while gaining incredible automation capabilities. The productivity boost here is substantial because you're eliminating context switching. Instead of manually gathering information from different sources, Chatgpt becomes your research assistant that can access and synthesize information from across your digital workspace. It's like having an AI assistant that knows where everything is and can fetch it for you instantly. Setting this up is straightforward. Just go to the Tools menu in Chatgpt and connect the services you use most frequently. Start with 1 or 2 connections and gradually add more as you see the value. The latest GPT models can even use some of these connections automatically when the context suggests they'd be helpful. Tip 4. Master the art of prompting. Now let's talk about the skill that separates good AI users from exceptional ones: prompting. Most people approach Chatgpt like they're asking a question to a search engine, but effective prompting is more like directing a highly capable assistant who needs context and clear instructions to do their best work. The formula that consistently produces better results is role, task, context, constraints, and format. This might sound complex, but it's actually about being specific in 5 key areas, and the payoff is enormous. Let's break this down with a real example. Instead of asking, help me with my machine learning project, which is vague and will produce a generic response, you'd structure it like this. Role. You are an experienced machine learning engineer with expertise in computer vision. Task. Your task is to help me optimize a convolutional neural network for real-time image classification on mobile devices. I'm working with a dataset of 50,000 images across 10 categories. My current model achieves 87% accuracy, but runs too slowly on mobile hardware. I'm using TensorFlow Lite and targeting Android devices with limited computational resources. Constraints. The solution should maintain at least 85% accuracy while reducing inference time by at least 50%. I prefer techniques that don't require extensive retraining. Avoid suggestions that would require additional hardware or cloud dependencies. Format. Present your recommendations as a prioritized list with specific implementation steps for each technique, including expected performance, improvements, and potential trade-offs. See the difference? You've essentially designed the outcome before Chatgpt even starts writing. You'll get a response that's immediately actionable and tailored to your specific situation, rather than generic advice you'd need to adapt. This approach works because you're leveraging Chatgpt's ability to role-play and its extensive knowledge base while providing the specific context it needs to give relevant advice. The newer models like GPT-4 and GPT-5 are particularly good at following complex, structured instructions like this. But here's a crucial insight. Detailed prompts save you time in the long run. It might feel like extra work up front, but you'll spend far less time refining and correcting the output. You're trading a few extra minutes of prompt crafting for hours of potential revision time. The key is to think of prompting as programming with natural language. You're not just asking questions, you're providing specifications for the kind of response you want. The more precise your specifications, the better your results will be. Tip 5. Iterate in steps for complex tasks. When you're tackling something big, like architecting a new ML system, writing a comprehensive research paper, or developing a complex algorithm, resist the urge to dump everything into one massive prompt. The secret is breaking down complex tasks into manageable iterations, and this approach consistently produces higher quality results. Think of it like software development. You don't write an entire application in one sitting. You plan, prototype, implement features incrementally, test, and refine. The same principle applies to working with Chatgpt on complex projects. Let's say you want to develop a comprehensive guide for implementing transformer models. Instead of asking for a complete guide immediately, start with structure. Create a detailed outline for a technical guide on implementing transformer models from scratch, aimed at intermediate machine learning engineers. Chatgpt will give you a well-structured outline covering topics like attention mechanisms, positional encoding, multi-head attention, and training procedures. Now you can review this outline, suggest changes, and ensure it covers everything you need before moving forward. Next, tackle each section individually. Let's develop the section on attention mechanisms. Write a detailed explanation that includes the mathematical foundations, intuitive explanations, and code examples in PyTorch. Once that section is complete and refined, move to the next. Now let's work on positional encoding, building on the attention concepts we just covered. The magic happens in the final step. Compile all sections into a cohesive guide, ensuring smooth transitions and consistent terminology throughout. Because you've iteratively developed each piece, the final compilation is detailed, coherent, and comprehensive. This approach prevents several common issues: hitting length limits on responses, maintaining consistency across long documents, and avoiding the superficial treatment that often happens when you ask for too much at once. You maintain quality control over each component while building toward a sophisticated final product. For AI researchers and developers, this iterative approach is particularly valuable when designing experiments, developing algorithms, or creating technical documentation. Each iteration allows you to refine and improve before moving forward, resulting in work that's both thorough and precisely tailored to your needs. Tip 6. Use Chatgpt as its own editor. Here's a technique that feels almost like cheating: turning Chatgpt into an editor for its own work. After generating any substantial content, you can prompt Chatgpt to review, critique, and improve what it just created. It's like having two AI minds for the price of one. This works because Chatgpt can step back and analyze its output objectively, often catching inconsistencies, logical gaps, or areas that need clarification. After completing a complex response, try prompting, review the above response for any inconsistencies, unclear explanations, or missing details, then provide an improved version. The AI will actually reread its entire response and often identify issues you might have missed. It might notice that it mentioned a concept early on but forgot to fully explain it later, or that the tone shifted inconsistently, or that a technical explanation could be clearer. For technical content, this is particularly powerful. You can ask Chatgpt to check the above code for potential bugs, optimization opportunities, or better practices, then provide an improved version with explanations of the changes. Often, it will catch edge cases, suggest more efficient algorithms, or identify potential security issues. You can also request specific types of review. Critique the above explanation from the perspective of someone new to machine learning. Where might they get confused? Or, review this for technical accuracy and suggest any additional considerations a senior engineer might raise. This self-editing technique consistently improves output quality with minimal effort on your part. It's like having a built-in quality assurance process that catches issues before you do. The key is to think of ChatGPT as both writer and editor. First it creates, then it can critique and refine its own work. Go multimodal. Use images and voice. ChatGPT isn't limited to text anymore, and embracing its multimodal capabilities opens up entirely new ways to interact with AI. You can now show it images, speak to it with your voice, and even have it generate images. This transforms how you can integrate AI into your workflow. The vision capabilities are particularly powerful for technical work. You can photograph whiteboards full of equations, architectural diagrams, or handwritten notes, and ChatGPT can read and analyze them. Imagine coming back from a conference where you took photos of interesting slides. You can upload those images and ask ChatGPT to summarize the key insights, explain complex diagrams, or even convert handwritten notes into digital text. For code review and debugging, this becomes incredibly valuable. You can screenshot error messages, upload diagrams of system architectures, or even show it photos of hardware setups. And ChatGPT can analyze what it sees and provide relevant guidance. It performs optical character recognition automatically, so even text and images become searchable and actionable. Voice interaction changes the game for productivity and ideation. When you're walking, driving, or just prefer to think out loud, you can speak your prompts instead of typing them. The speech recognition is powered by OpenAI's Whisper model, so it handles technical terminology and complex concepts accurately. This is particularly useful for brainstorming sessions or when you want to capture ideas quickly. You might be reviewing code and suddenly have an idea for optimization. Just speak it to ChatGPT and get immediate feedback without breaking your flow to type a detailed prompt. ChatGPT can also speak responses back to you in natural-sounding voices. This is perfect for long explanations or when you want to absorb information hands-free. You can listen to ChatGPT explain complex algorithms while reviewing code, or have it walk you through troubleshooting steps while you work on hardware. The image generation capabilities powered by DALL-E 3 are equally impressive. You can ask for architectural diagrams, flowcharts, concept illustrations, or even thumbnail designs for your technical presentations. The AI can iterate on images based on your feedback. Make the robot blue and add our company logo, or create a more technical-looking version of this diagram. For AI enthusiasts, these multimodal capabilities mean you can communicate with ChatGPT in whatever format is most natural for the task at hand. Visual concepts can be shown rather than described, ideas can be spoken rather than typed, and complex information can be absorbed through multiple senses simultaneously. Tip 8. Put ChatGPT on autopilot with agent mode. This is where ChatGPT starts feeling like true artificial intelligence rather than just a sophisticated chatbot. Agent mode allows ChatGPT to work autonomously on complex, multi-step tasks while you focus on higher-level objectives. Instead of micromanaging every interaction, you provide a goal and watch ChatGPT orchestrate the necessary steps to achieve it. Think of agent mode as promoting ChatGPT from assistant to autonomous colleague. You might say something like, research the latest developments in quantum machine learning, analyze how they might impact our current neural network, architectures, and create a comprehensive report with actionable recommendations. Instead of requiring you to break this down into individual searches and analysis tasks, ChatGPT will autonomously plan and execute the entire workflow. The agent uses what's essentially a virtual computer environment where it can browse the web, run code, analyze data, and even interact with various tools and APIs. It thinks and acts in a continuous loop, reasoning about what needs to be done next, taking action, evaluating results, and adapting its approach as needed. Here's what makes this particularly powerful for AI researchers and developers. ChatGPT can now handle the tedious research and analysis work that usually consumes hours of your time. You could ask it to compare the performance of different transformer architectures on our specific dataset, run benchmarks, and identify the most promising approaches for our use case. The agent would systematically research each architecture, potentially run code to test implementations, analyze results, and compile comprehensive findings. The agent maintains transparency throughout this process. You can see its thought process, watch it browse websites, observe it writing and executing code, and intervene at any point if you want to adjust the approach. It's like having a research assistant whose work you can monitor in real time. For enterprise users, this becomes even more powerful when combined with internal tools and databases. The agent can access your company's documentation, analyze proprietary datasets, and even interact with internal APIs to gather information and perform tasks that would normally require significant manual effort. Safety and control remain paramount. Chatgpt always asks for permission before taking any action that could have real-world consequences, like sending emails, making purchases, or modifying important files. You maintain oversight while benefiting from autonomous execution of complex workflows. This represents a fundamental shift in how we can interact with AI. Instead of being limited to question and answer interactions, you're now delegating entire projects and workflows to an AI agent that can work independently while keeping you informed of its progress. Tip 9. Learn with Chatgpt study mode. For AI enthusiasts who are constantly learning new concepts, techniques, and technologies, study mode transforms Chatgpt from an information provider into an interactive tutor that adapts to your learning style and pace. This isn't just about getting answers. It's about building genuine understanding through guided discovery. When you activate study mode, Chatgpt's entire approach changes. Instead of simply explaining concepts, it engages you in Socratic dialogue, asking questions that help you think through problems and discover insights on your own. This mimics the most effective learning environments where understanding is built through active engagement, rather than passive consumption. Let's say you want to understand attention mechanisms in transformers. In normal mode, Chatgpt might give you a comprehensive explanation. In study mode, it might start by asking, what do you think the main limitation is when a neural network tries to process a long sequence of text? Based on your response, it adapts the explanation to your current understanding level. The power of study mode lies in its scaffolded learning approach. It breaks down complex topics into digestible chunks, builds from foundational concepts to advanced applications, and regularly checks your understanding with practice problems or conceptual questions. If you're grasping concepts quickly, it accelerates. If you're struggling with a particular aspect, it provides additional analogies, examples, or alternative explanations. For technical subjects, this is particularly valuable. Study mode can walk you through implementing algorithms step by step, asking you to predict what happens next or explain why certain design decisions were made. It's like having a patient tutor who never gets tired of your questions and can instantly adapt to your learning needs. The mode also includes knowledge checks and practice problems tailored to your progress. After explaining backpropagation, it might say, here's a simple neural network. Can you walk me through how the gradients would flow backwards? Then it provides feedback on your reasoning, corrects any misconceptions, and reinforces correct understanding. This active learning approach consistently produces deeper understanding compared to passive reading or watching tutorials. You're not just consuming information, you're actively constructing knowledge through guided practice and reflection. Tip 10. Create custom GPTs. This might be the most game-changing feature for AI enthusiasts, the ability to create specialized AI assistants tailored to your specific domains and use cases. Custom GPTs let you essentially clone Chatgpt and train each clone for particular purposes, creating a suite of specialized AI tools that understand your context and preferences. Think of custom GPTs as having different expert consultants on your team. You might create a machine learning research assistant that knows your research focus, coding preferences, and theoretical background. Another might be a code review specialist trained on your team's coding standards and best practices. Yet another could be a technical writing coach that understands your communication style and target audience. Creating a custom GPT involves having a conversation with the GPT builder where you specify the assistant's purpose, personality, and knowledge base. You can upload reference documents, research papers, coding guidelines, or any other materials that should inform the assistant's responses. You can also specify which tools it should have access to: web browsing for research, code interpretation for analysis, or image generation for visualizations. For AI researchers, this becomes incredibly powerful. You might create a GPT specialized in your particular research area. Computer vision, natural language processing, or reinforcement learning, and feed it your recent papers, experimental results, and theoretical frameworks. This assistant would then be uniquely qualified to help with literature reviews, experimental design, or theoretical discussions in your specific domain. The consistency and efficiency gains are substantial. Instead of re-explaining your context and preferences in every conversation, your custom GPTs start every interaction already knowing your background, your working style, and your objectives. A custom coding assistant might know you prefer Python over R, favor certain libraries, and work with specific types of datasets. You can also share custom GPTs with colleagues or the broader community. A research team might collaborate on building a GPT that understands their shared methodologies and knowledge base. Open source developers might create and share GPTs specialized in particular frameworks or technologies. The GPT store provides access to thousands of community-created assistants, but the real power comes from building GPTs tailored to your unique needs and contexts. Each custom GPT becomes a specialist that combines general AI capabilities with deep knowledge of your specific domain and preferences. Tip 11. Organize your work with projects. As your use of ChatGPT becomes more sophisticated and extensive, organization becomes crucial. Projects provide a way to compartmentalize your work into intelligent workspaces that maintain context, memory, and focus across multiple related conversations. Think of projects as dedicated environments for different aspects of your work. You might have a deep learning research project containing all conversations, files, and context related to your current research. A separate production code review project might house discussions about code quality, debugging sessions, and optimization strategies for your deployed systems. The power of projects lies in their persistent memory and context sharing. All conversations within a project can reference previous discussions, uploaded files, and accumulated knowledge. This means you can start a conversation about experimental results. Reference it weeks later in a discussion about paper writing. And ChatGPT will understand the connections and maintain continuity. For AI practitioners juggling multiple projects, this organization prevents context bleeding and confusion. When you're in your machine learning project discussing neural architectures, ChatGPT won't accidentally reference conversations about web development from a different project. Each workspace maintains its own focused context. Projects also allow you to set specific instructions and personas for different work areas. Your research project might configure ChatGPT to be more theoretical and citation-focused, while your production coding project might emphasize practical implementation and best practices. The same underlying AI adapts its personality and approach based on the project context. File management within projects is particularly valuable for research and development work. You can upload research papers, datasets, code repositories, and documentation directly to a project, making them available for reference in any conversation within that workspace. ChatGPT can cross-reference these materials, find connections between different documents, and provide insights based on your complete project knowledge base. For teams and collaboration, shared projects enable multiple people to contribute to and benefit from accumulated knowledge and conversations. A research team can build up a comprehensive knowledge base and conversation history that new team members can immediately access and build upon. The memory features can be configured per project, allowing you to maintain strict separation between different types of work, while ensuring each project benefits from accumulated context and learning over time. Conclusion and call to action. These 11 techniques represent a fundamental shift in how you can leverage AI assistance. We've moved far beyond simple question and answer interactions to sophisticated collaboration with AI systems that can learn your preferences, access your tools, work autonomously on complex tasks, and serve as specialized consultants across different domains. The AI enthusiasts who master these capabilities are going to have a significant advantage in research, development, and innovation. While others are still using Chatgpt as a fancy search engine, you'll be orchestrating AI agents, building specialized assistants, and maintaining intelligent workspaces that amplify your capabilities exponentially. But here's the key insight. These aren't just individual tricks or features. They work synergistically. Custom instructions make every interaction more effective. Connected apps provide richer context. Agent mode leverages all your configurations to work autonomously. Custom GPTs embody your accumulated preferences and knowledge. Projects organize everything into coherent, focused workspaces. Start by implementing one or two of these techniques that seem most relevant to your immediate needs. Maybe begin with custom instructions and basic prompting improvements. Then gradually add agent capabilities and project organization as you see the value. The goal isn't to use every feature immediately, but to build a progressively more sophisticated and personalized AI collaboration environment. The future of AI assistance is already here, and it's far more capable than most people realize. By mastering these techniques, you're not just becoming a better ChatGPT user. You're developing skills for collaborating with AI systems that will only become more powerful and prevalent. I'd love to hear about your experiences implementing these techniques. Which ones have had the biggest impact on your workflow? What creative applications have you discovered? Share your insights in the comments, and let's continue advancing how we all work with AI. If this video helped level up your AI skills, consider subscribing for more deep dives into AI tools and techniques. The landscape is evolving rapidly, and staying current with these capabilities is going to be increasingly important for anyone working at the intersection of technology and innovation. Now go forth and start using ChatGPT like the sophisticated AI collaboration platform it actually is. Your future self will thank you for making this investment in AI fluency today.